Hello, welcome to our mathematics tutorial for today. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to solve for y in this equation. 1 to the power of y plus 2 to the power of y equal to 4 to the power of y. We are requested to find for the value of y. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever I upload my latest maths content. Thank you. Now let's solve. We are going to solve for x, and to solve for x, one thing that should come to our mind is to look for how we can reduce the value either on the left hand side or the right hand side to a value of 1, so that we can be able to arrive at a quadratic equation which can make our solution very easy. So to make that possible, we're going to divide both sides by 4y, 4 to the power of y. So we'll have our 1 to the power of y divided by 4 to the power of y plus 2 to the power of y divided by 4 to the power of y, and that will be equal to 4 to the power of y divided by 4 to the power of y. So from what you see now, you will definitely see that the right hand side will be equal to 1. So this will be equal to, remember the laws of indices. In the law of indices, if you have a to the power of x divided by b to the power of x, it can be equal to a divided by b all to the power of x. So if we apply that over here, we're going to have our value here to be equal to 1 divided by 4 all to the power of y plus 2 divided by 4 all to the power of y. Now if you look at that very well, you come to see that we'll have 1 divided by 4 to the power of y plus this other value can also simplify to give us, this can give us 1 to the power of 2, right? Because 2 is common, and that will be equal to 1. So 1 divided by 4, remember 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4. So this can give us 1 divided by 2 square all to the power of y plus 1 divided by 2 all to the power of y equal to 1. Now notice that 1 square can be equal to 1. So this can now be equal to 1 divided by 2 square all to the power of y plus 1 divided by 2 all to the power of y equal to 1. So remember that according to the law of logarithm of indices, if we have our a to the power of x all to the power of y, it can be equal to a to the power of y all to the power of x. If we apply that here, we can have this to be equal to 1 divided by 2 all to the power of y. All generally will be to the power of 2, and this will be plus 1 divided by 2 all to the power of y equal to 1. So we have seen something that 1 divided by 2 to the power of y, half to the power of y is common. So let our x be equal to 1 to the power of 2 all to the power of y. So if we do that, we're going to have our equation to finally become x squared, right, plus x equal to 1, and that will give us x squared plus x minus 1 equal to 0. Now you see that from that solution, we've arrived at a quadratic equation. So the job we have now is to simplify the quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. Now from the quadratic formula, you can come to see that our value of A is equal to 1, our value of B will be equal to 1, and our value of C will be equal to negative 1. So using the quadratic formula, we'll have our x to be equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So applying the quadratic formula, we'll see our x to be equal to negative 1 plus or minus square root of 1 square minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by minus 1, all divided by 2 times 1 will give us 2. And then if we simplify further, we're going to have our x to be equal to negative 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus times minus will give us plus, 4 times 1, 4 times 1 will give us 4, and this will be divided by 2. So this whole thing will give us negative 1 plus or minus square root of 5 divided by 2. So the value of x will give us negative 1 plus root square root of 5 divided by 2, or we're going to have a negative 1 negative square root of 5 divided by 2. Two great solutions we've gotten from that quadratic function. Now consider this equation. If we consider this equation, we will see that root of 5 is greater than 1. So our solution here will give us a negative solution, which is definitely going to be less than 0. And since it is less than 0, we will consider this as being neglected because it's going to give us an imaginary result. And that imaginary result is not a real solution. So we are going to consider this solution. So considering that solution, recall that we said that our x is equal to 1 divided by 2 all to the power of what? All to the power of y. That's the value of x. So if we substitute the value of x into this expression, we are going to have that solution to now become 1 divided by 2 all to the power of y equal to negative 1 plus or minus square root of 5 divided by 2. The only way we can solve this equation is by using the logarithm. So we'll either use the logarithm or we'll use the natural logarithm. So I love using the natural logarithm. So we'll have the natural log of 1 divided by 2 to the power of y to be equal to minus 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2. That is the natural log of this value. Remember, this will come over here. So we'll have our y, the natural log of half, to be equal to, this will give us the natural log of minus 1 plus square root of 5, right, minus the natural log of 2 according to the division law of logarithm. So if we divide both sides by the natural log of half, we'll have our y to be equal to the natural log of minus 1 plus square root of 5 minus the natural log of 2 divided by the natural log of half. So our value for y will now be the result that will come from searching for the log of the natural log of minus 1 plus square root of 5 minus the natural log of 2 divided by, according to the law of indices, the natural log of 1 minus the natural log of 2. If you solve this solution by looking for the natural log of both sides, we are going to find the value of y that satisfy the above equation we are given, which is this equation above. I know you do enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and also remember to subscribe to my channel for more simplified Olympiad solution videos. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye.